All right, guys, a little something I came up with today. We're going to go out and do a little exercise. It's going to emphasize the balance of accuracy and speed in practical shooting. This is something I've always found interesting because there are different ways to measure your performance. For explanation's sake, we're going to call this I'm going to call it the cop shooting method and the competition shooting method. And I think we need to be able to do both. The exercise itself, what I came up with is it's going to be draw an 8 shots on we're going to use the USPSA target, draw an 8 shots at 10 yards, strong hand only. And we're going to do that for score, okay? Now, the first time I do this, we're going to do your typical kind of cop scoring method where I have to shoot all A's, okay? If I don't shoot all A's, even if I shoot one C, no matter how fast I do it, I completely fail. Okay, so I got to be scared to shoot a C. We're going to do it that way, and we're going to see what I come up with. And then we're going to do it the second way, which is actually like USPSA hit factor scoring, which I feel like 80% of people that shoot USPSA don't fully understand how that works. And we're going to get into that just a little bit. That's going to be a little more aggressive, and I'm going to talk about that. But this is interesting based off the parameters of just putting the best score on the target. I'm going to do this different ways, and we're going to explain this. So I've got my Glock 35 duty gun here, kind of same sort of thing I've shot, mostly what I've shot for a while, and let's see what we can do. All right, out here on the range, 30 degrees, a little cold. Again, the exercise is one target at 10 yards, draw 8 shots, strong hand only. Okay? First time through, going through my call the cop scoring method, has to be all A's. Okay? Or I fail. For me, that means I got to see the front side of the dots in the actual A zone on every shot. And I got to do that correctly, have the timing of the gun and all that correct also. So, bye. Was a 469, and we did get all A's. More on that in a minute. All right, so second way here is for, again, USPSA hit factor. I'm going to shoot this more aggressive, okay? Of course I want to shoot all A's, and it could possibly happen here, but I'm not going to be scared to shoot a C. A C is not a miss. A C is just a slightly less than perfect shot, and if I can do it a little bit faster, we'll talk about that. But now I'm looking for, I'm not necessarily having to see my sight inside the A on everyone. I always felt like it's more like center of brown. And I've just got to go at a little faster pace. We're going to see what happens here. Bye. All right. 337 there. All right, downrange here. First run, conservative cop standard run, kind of 469. Clearly have all A's. And I go shooting between a 41 and a 50 split there. That's about what I need to guarantee A's within reason as much as possible. This second way, USPSA hit factor method, 337, which is quite a bit faster. That's 1.332 seconds faster. I did happen to shoot 2 C's. Hit factor method, this is much better. Now, I could have shot all A's, but even if I would have shot 4 or 5 C's, this would still be considerably better. This is like over an 11 hit factor. This is like an 8.5, okay? Which means that if we were scoring this hit factor, this would only be 75% of this, okay? That's the difference between winning nationals and being like 40th. So, which parameter you put on this makes a huge difference. Here I was able to shoot, I think about a 27 to 29 split, which is a lot faster, right? I'm not guaranteeing A's, but I'm pretty much guaranteeing them in the AC zone. So which method you use, it's up for debate as far as which one's better. In my opinion, this is a little more real speed. That's just my opinion. But I think you need to be able to flip a switch in your mind and be able to do both, depending on what you're going after. So hopefully this explains things maybe a little more than what some people understood before. Get out there, go practice.